We have a first look tonight at the birthday message to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, apparently signed by President Donald Trump. Now, Trump, for his part, has denied writing the letter or creating the drawing, which appears to show the outline of a woman's body. Democrats in the House Oversight Committee released that letter today. Now, it's part of the first batch of documents turned over by the Epstein's estate. So let's bring in CBS News reporter Taurean Small. Taurean, how is the White House responding to the release of this letter?
Yeah, they're continuing with their blanket denials that President Trump is attached in any way to these files that are just being piecemealed from the House Oversight Committee. This declaration from the House Oversight Committee includes this birthday book, which, again, as you laid out, was something that was previously reported on by the Wall Street Journal. In response to that, the White House absolutely denied it categorically, but also said that they would be pursuing litigation against the Wall Street Journal for this. I do want to point out Karoline Leavitt, White House spokes's statement today on the release of this. She goes on to say in part, quote, "The latest piece published by the Wall Street Journal proves the entire birthday card story is false. As I've said all along, it's very clear the president did not draw the picture and he did not sign it." Members in Trump's orbit also pointed to the calligraphy of it all, saying that the president's penmanship doesn't quite match up with the signature on this card. But Democrats are calling foul here. Representative Robert Garcia of California responded to a post on social media that J.D. Vance, President Trump's vice president, put out back in July when the news first started to make the rounds, calling him out, saying that originally Vance said that this didn't exist. This birthday book that President Trump allegedly signed didn't exist. Garcia saying, "Will you apologize, Mr. Vice President, because it does appear to be factual, considering that this was released from the estate, not something that was produced by either Democrats or a news publication."
Taurean, do you know what else the House panel obtained from Epstein's estate?
Yeah, they're looking into any materials that were involved in his investigation. So anything involving his will, any agreements that he made with prosecution, really the gamut they're looking to scrub through as part of their investigation. I think what's curious about this entire thing, though, is concurrently there's still this bipartisan bloc of lawmakers in the House that are looking to force the full release of everything. This has been the frustration of members like Thomas Massey, the Republican from Kentucky, who alleges that the Trump administration and Republican leadership are piecemealing this information, not really laying out exactly all the information pertinent to this investigation. They're still looking to go forward with a discharge petition that would compel the full release of this, but it's unclear if there would be enough votes for that to actually happen.
Taurean Small, thank you so much.